Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special announcement and also a special section or segment on my channel. So basically the idea behind this is to do sort of a review of a visual novel every Saturday, and I call this Visual Novel Saturday. So basically I just pick a visual novel from somewhere and I just play the demo, and yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. So the idea was to actually change my channel a bit, because like I noticed 80% of the videos I upload are actually choices, and I mean, choices is fine, but it gets boring sometimes. And I used to upload like the Arcana and so on and chapters, but I stopped. And I also wanted to do that game, When the Night Comes, and the other one, which I totally forgot. But one of them was discontinued, I think, because the developer was like, he was getting a lot of hate, so he decided to stop altogether, which is kind of sad because I actually like that game. And then When the Night Comes is still going, but it's... it's fine, but it's not that interesting in my opinion. But I mean, I'll do it eventually, but just not right now. And so I actually was planning on doing the Bad Choices playthrough of the It Lives Beneath. But like when I opened my alternative account, I noticed that my progress was reset. So that's like a big bummer in my opinion. So I'm playing catch up to, try to catch up to the point where I stopped. So that happened. Yeah, so in the meantime, we can just do this. So basically what I did was I went to this website. It's called itch.io. So it has a lot of different games, different genres. So I picked the visual novel filter. And this was one of the first games that came up. And according to the description of the game, you actually play as someone who is called Buffalo Seer. So the main character is agender. You can pick their pronouns, and you eventually get to name them. I actually played a bit of this game. The only thing that I didn't like when I played it first, because I always play test the games before I record. So the thing is, you have to choose a route before you actually start the game. So you might end up choosing a route that you don't actually like, which is exactly what happened when I first played. So like I picked a route randomly, and it turned out the character was. They weren't bad, but they were not the one I liked. So unlike the Arcana, where you actually have a few prologue chapters where you get to actually meet all of the love interests, and then you get to pick the one that you like the most. In this one, no, you pick the route directly. Like 2 minutes into the game, you have a window, and then you just have to pick a route. And then you don't know which route you picked until... about like say 30 minutes into the game. And this is like this is a big no in my opinion, because you might end up with someone you don't like. And the thing is, you don't get to choose afterwards. Like if you picked so that there are 3 love interests. There is a male love interest, and his name is January. Then there is a female love interest, and her name is Piper. And then there is an agender love interest, and their name is Kia. So say, for example, in the beginning you picked January, and then it turned out you actually don't like January. You can't change, how to say, like unless you start the game again, you can't choose another one. So yeah, so that's the main issue I had with this game. But other than that, I actually liked it. The bit that I played. And also, according to the description, the game also has some voice acting, but it's partial. But we'll see. So yeah, so this is and also most of the games on itch are actually free, or they offer free demos. And if you do buy the game, in most cases you get a Steam key. So for those of you who are not familiar with Steam, it's like a gaming platform. And if you get a Steam key, that means you get access to all of the bonuses that Steam offers. Like, for example, the achievements, cards. In some cases, you get also, what you call it, tiny items, like, for example, emojis or interactions, whatever. And also you get access to the community features and discussion and so on. So that's great. And also the DLCs. So this game also has a DLC, but it's just an outfit DLC. So wait, it's here. So this one. Yeah, so basically you can just play with the characters in their underwear. I don't know why would anyone want to do that, but it's there. So this is January, and then this is Piper, and this is Kia. Yeah. So return. Okay. And since I played a bit, so there's some art here, which is like really good. I really love the art in this game. Okay, so let's start. And yeah, so what I planned on doing is that every Saturday I'll go to that website and I just pick a game with a demo and I play the demo, or at least play as much as I can of the demo, because this game has a very long demo. Like I played for 2 hours and it kept going. So yeah, so yeah, play the demo and then give an overall opinion. And if you guys actually like the game, I might end up buying it. So basically this game is for a computer. It's not for a mobile, but you can also get it for Mac. But some games actually come on Android as well. So that's something to keep in mind. But then for this game, it's just on PC and Mac. So it's called A Foretold Affair. I leave a link in the description, and it's also on Steam. If you buy it from itch, you get a free Steam key, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And currently it's going on sale, so instead of $12, it's for $7.50, I think. So let's begin. I'm waiting. Despite the complete blackness of the surroundings, it's rather comfortable in the large silent room. At least I assume it's large, considering how it looked from the outside. Spring has just begun to turn to summer, so the weather is ideal, not yet too hot, and few worries of being rained on. I don't have much else to appreciate in this moment. I'm still waiting, after all. Well, I'm always waiting. Today is simply a special kind. I'm waiting for something specific, something very specific that I've waited a very long time for. But this must be the end of my waiting. In few moments, it will all be over. The darkened space is illuminated by a single candle, and I know that they have finally arrived. Welcome, Buffalo Seer. So Buffalo Seer is the title of the main character. And this is what they look like. I'm pleased to be here. Thank you for granting me this request. From the shadows, the 3 council members appear. So, Dog Healer, Antelope Reader, and Bird Seer. And these people are all sort of like magicians. They call themselves the Abnormals, but I'm just guessing they're magicians. Or like, wizards. You have shown great diligence in your duties and respect for our order. This is kind of you to say. I tug on one of my sleeves out of nervousness. It has been quite some time since I have met with the council in person. Yes, because of your consistency, we are granting you your request. You now have permission to look into your own future. At that statement, I almost tore a hole into my cloak. I've actually done it. I'm truly grateful. Remember, you must look a minimum of 3 years into your future, and the council will see whatever it is that you do. Do you accept? Of course, I have no fear of what is to come. Very well, you may begin. Ooh, really nice effect. All around me, the light begins to spread, looking like sunlight filtering through clear water. The sight is mesmerizing, more sacred than ever, because for once it is my own. Okay, so this is where you get to pick the route. So previously I played this one, and this one ended up being Kia's route. And personally, I liked January most, so I'm not sure which one it is, but okay, so this is Piper, and then this is January, and the only reason why I know that is because he has this binocular thing on him all the time. So I'm just gonna pick his route, and it's kind of really confusing because they ask you to pick a route, and the thing is, the one you picked is supposedly going to marry you in 3 years. So it's definitely going to be them. Like if you picked January, it's definitely going to be January. But the only thing that is different is how you get there, and it depends on your choices. But you will get there eventually. So you'll always have a happy ending. But it's just like how you get to the happy ending that differs. Okay, so as I said, this is Kia, this is Piper, and then this is January. So I'm just going to pick him. And let's see. So as quickly as it appeared, the light fades, leaving me dumbstruck. I can't believe it. You all must have seen it as well. Have I made a mistake? Was that truly correct? The council appears once more before me, none of them speaking. Even without seeing their faces, I can tell from their stances that they are somewhat uncomfortable with what we saw here today. You know as well as I that false visions are not an impossibility. What we saw today will someday come to be. What will you do now? It seems Antelope Reader also asks questions we all know the answer to. There is only one possibility for me now. With your permission, I wish to leave immediately. The three curtly nod in unison with no hesitation. It is likely for the best. We give you leave. A carrier will be called to send you out of the walled sanctuary. Is there anywhere you wish to be taken specifically? Yes, to the capital city, Myre. A wise choice. It will be as your request. Dog Healer and Birdseer fade into darkness, leaving me alone with Antelope Reader. My mind is racing. It's too much. Buffalo Seer. With a start, I turn to the present. Yes? The supplies you will need for your journey are being brought now. After that, you will be sent on your way. I understand. Good. Don't let your vision of the future blind you to present necessities. Many have gone astray and endured undue hardship through such negligence. The society of the normals is not meant for us. You will not be welcome there. Remain cautious. So basically, these people live in a secluded area that is called the World Sanctuary, and since they have magic, they call themselves the abnormals. That the normals are just the normal humans that live in a city, and the city is very. I think it's very interesting because it is divided into levels. So there is the surface level and so on, which you guys will get to see when I finally reach it. I'm not sure what to say, so I remain silent. After a moment, dog and bird reappear. The time has come. All is prepared. Farewell, Buffalo Seer. You will be sorely missed. I give them a slight bow to show my respect. Thank you for your assistance. And thank you as well for your expected cooperation. None of us will speak of what occurred here. It goes without saying. Farewell, safe travels. And I do not expect to see you in this sanctuary again. The tone on the last part of the statement makes it clear that it is a thinly veiled demand rather than a simple statement. I can't keep the smile off my face. We are certainly agreed. Okay, so I'm gonna skip the tutorial. And this is the city. I enter the capital city and am underwhelmed. It's smaller than expected and stiflingly hot. The tall brick and metal building reflect the heat of the summer sun, making it like an oven. After a minute, I begin to notice something strange. There are no people on the street. The entire city appears to be deserted. What is going on here? Did I miss something? I look around the part of the city I was carried to and see shops lining the walls on one side. All of them are closed up. I'm sure today is no holiday, so what happened? A stream of possible explanations starts rushing through my head, none of which seem terribly likely, when off to the other side a woman with greenish blue hair steps into view. Ooh, nice, her eyes are glowing. Finally, someone I can speak to. Excuse me, I have a question for you. The woman looks at me with surprise covering her face. She takes a moment to scan the area for anyone else before turning back in my direction. Who, me? You must have realized there is no one else to ask, or anyone else at all. Actually, I have 2 questions for you. I've noticed, but I'm armed. Most are afraid to come near me, much less start a conversation. Oh, so you are. Truthfully, I found her strange, glowing eyes much more interesting than what she's holding. I didn't even know eyes like that were possible. That's all right. Look at my appearance. I'm sure many would be frightened by it. I mean, seriously, seriously. I'm not going to judge anyone else. Good on you. Gun lady. I see. You must be new here. Yes. Now, will you answer my questions? I don't mind, ask away. Good. Firstly, I'm trying to find someone specific, and second, this city is empty for reasons I cannot fathom. Could you help? Sorry, I'm busy with my own search for someone right now. What a coincidence. Do you at least know why there is no one else around? I do. They're hiding. From what? Me. She says that completely casually. It feels more threatening than if it was spoken as a threat. Well, it would have if I had any reasons to feel threatened, that is. You? Why? What are you going to do? She looks off in the distance while a small smirk appears on her face. Nothing, as long as they stay out of my way, and that is exactly why no one is around to get in my way, except for you, of course, and since you're here... the woman abruptly takes a far less casual tone and points her weapon at my head. Maybe you could answer a few questions for me. I'm in a rush and want to know if you've seen who I'm looking for. So, according to the game's description, the game comes with a partial voice acting, but so far I haven't heard anything. And I'm sure this girl is actually one of the characters that were voiced. Yeah. You answered my question. I'll answer yours. Now, would you kindly put that back down? It is rude, especially when you have no real intention to shoot. And don't even try to pretend like you may actually shoot. It's not going to work. She doesn't change her expression, but seems to consider what I said. After a moment, the gun-wielding stranger takes a step back while lowering her hand, and the casual atmosphere returns. Thank you. I'm not sure how you even have that. Isn't it illegal? Yes. And it's also quite illegal to dress like someone from the sanctuary, but you don't seem to mind. This makes me chuckle. I'm glad we're having a nice conversation again. Huh. So you knew. I didn't expect a normal to understand what those clothes meant. The woman appears slightly intrigued. I don't think she expected me to imply that I'm actually abnormal. I know a few things. But we're both people with things to do, so tell me what I need to know and we can go on separate ways. Unfortunately, I don't have anything I can say. I've only just arrived in this city myself, and you're the first person I've seen. Oh, what a pity. I'm not sure what I did to earn her trust, but she replies with no hesitation. In that case, I must carry on. Good luck in your search. I hope you find who you're looking for. Same to you, stranger. The smirks return. I always do. With one last curious glance at me, the woman disappears down another street. She's got a great attitude. I don't need to see the future to know she's going to be fine. But still, the only person I've seen today couldn't help me. Why must there be no one else to talk to? Hey, Spook. I turn to see another person. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god, okay. I think I kept them in their underwear. I totally forgot to switch back to the normal clothes. Wait, so I saved. Now I'm just gonna go back to the main menu. Yes. Then we go to extras, outfit selection, and it's okay. Yeah, see, so it's back to their casual look. Okay, return. And then I'm going back to continue this one. Okay, there we go. Okay. I mean, like, no one really likes playing with people in their underwear, unless this is what you're into.